come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. To get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here we go, 46.
4th down, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 47. Now Prescott on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Check, man.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On first down, Hurts goes right back to Smith again.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Ready? Head in the street. Head in the street.
Going for it with Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Boy, as we look down on the field, you can just see how a play like that changes momentum. Look, one side hooting and hollering, getting the big block, and the other side obviously dejected.
And since you mentioned momentum, few plays can change momentum as quickly as a blocked field goal. Big-time play there. Now let's see if they can capitalize on it and turn the fortunes in their direction.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Elliott running right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth-quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Prescott.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now Dak. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. Down inside the 10.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go to Elliott again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, and it looks like he did not make it. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Scott. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. Prescott to throw on 4th. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert
And that'll keep the drive alive.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from it.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. On first and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Room here to run. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Here's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They're going to look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 4. Now a give here to Pollard. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On second down, Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, What do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's get...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go to Elliott again. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And able to get this to the 31.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Got it. Ready? 18 Cardinal.
Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the...
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a hero like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through, with the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do, with the insight to be equal. Note the skies needed a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington, might as well be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The clean cause they need it most. Politic with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that, know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
That's good for our Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And this won't do it. He needed 6, he only got halfway there. Now Prescott on 4th down. That's caught again by Schultz. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Chubb running right. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. We're scoreless after 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This from 32 yards away. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Elliott running right. Powers through him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Play action now. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They run it again with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A give running right is Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Handoff comes to Chubb. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. This is intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that,
you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 86 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
A run for Nick Chubb.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They run. Chubb. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
York able to send this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half.
He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 73 yards. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
47.
Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
They run again and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
76 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Kill! 27!
Inside give to Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Marr is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Chubb.
And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now an all-rest on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already. And this for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen.